Are you kidding me? God. Ha! You see why I said someone should type on the chat? I've been talking for the past 10 minutes. Jesus. Where do I start again from now? Let me just recap. Sorry. Like, this is why I said this. Once you enter the chat, say something. And I had an audio here, but I just reduced this. Say some. I just reduced my audio so that I will not be causing any transition with you guys. But then, ah, shit. So sorry about that. So let me just recap on what I said. So, good morning, guys. And I said that, oh shit, this thing cannot come out the way I said it before. But then let me just say it anyway. So what we do here every morning is analyze the market and see the markets from the lenses of all of us, though it's coming from myself. But if you have any opinion, anything that you think that is better, you can also bring it to the table. That's why we are here. And I also said that at the end of every classes, I'll start doing fundamentals, meaning the news that are around the pairs that we're trading, the news that are around the pairs that we're trading, so that even if you have a 9 to 5, even if you have a job that you don't have time to be on the chart 247, you can always know that, oh, counselor said that this day we have news, this day we have news, that day we have news for the week. So that even if you're in any trade at those particular time, once that time gets to that time and your alarm triggers off, you can simply either close your trades or you close your orders and wait it out for that particular time of the news. And then finally, I'm going to be talking about tax and how it's going to affect traders in Nigeria, even traders in Nigeria here that are using the Nigerian account and stuff like that. I'm talking about it every end of the session. That I'll be using. The first 10-20 minutes is brief analysis. The second 20 minutes will be for fundamentals for the week. And then the last 20 minutes will now be for the tax and issues surrounding it and the news around traders. And then that is 60 minutes and that's all. So that is what I will be doing. So thank you very much, Shedrack, for telling me about the sound, and thank you very much, Storyteller, for also reminding me. So, Storyteller, I'm seeing you here for the very first time. Thank you for joining, and I hope you find value here. So let's go back to what we're doing. So I said this morning I woke up and I'm seeing my guy have already dropped setup on GJ, that is Adele. And my friends are asking me how far should I take it? Should I do this? I'm like, yeah, it's a good trade. Because if you were here last week, Friday, you can remember that I said it clearly that once Monday gets to here, which is today, I'm going to be looking for a sell on GJ. Why is that? Simple. Because if you're looking at our trend line, it has been broken. And people that trade trend line knows that once thing gets broken, what you're looking for is to do what? Is to sell. But I'm not trading trend lines. I'm not. But we trade buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. And as you're looking at this now, all these buy sides has been taken out. All of them. All. This one, this one, this one, this one. They've all been taken out. And if you look up, the only place now remaining, nowhere around here, unless you start going for high time frames. But that is not our business. We're not a swing trader. We are day traders, meaning that we're looking for our setups that will play out within the week, not within the month or stuff. So now, when all these buy side have been taken out, and now the sell side breaks, it means only one thing, that once it breaks, this one is already gone. It can go up and then keep coming down until all these ones are also what? Broken. That is how the trading is. You go from the buy side, clear them, come from the sell side, clear them. That's why the trading chart is always like this. It's not just parabolic, just straightforward. Yes. Even though gold is showing you something like that, but that is not like that. As you can watch, after the news, during the news, gold came down, cleared a lot of people, and then started going to the normal direction. So that is how it is. So now, are we using the same entry like my friend, or are we tweaking our entries a bit? That is now what we now look out for. So when you've seen your direction of the market, this is your point of invalidation. This is your target area. If you remember what we call this, tell me on the chat. I call it something. The single name I call it. When you come to the chart, you now say, okay, this is where I'm going to be trading in this week. This is where I'm going to be looking for my entries on the week, so that let me know if this thing is going to be on my favor or not. This is your up for the week, and this is your down for the week. So it's now you're going to be trading within these two places. There's a name I call it. So that's it. So now, looking at this point, these 4 hours, you can see that this guy is still bullish. Of course, it is still bullish. But from this point, this is 4 hours, you see that this guy took out this IDM and is looking like he's kind of targeting this point for a buy and stuff like that. It is still doable, but this is a, what do I call it? This is 4-hour time frame. I can't just say, okay, let's buy, because I'm not trading from 4 hours. But is this a good buy setup? Of course it is. But if you look at it, you see that liquidities are lying across this POI. Liquidity is here, and then this base. So you can't just literally come and just say, I want to buy. So you want to make sure that the liquidities that are already growing around these zones have already been cleared. And that is where you can now start coming for the lower time frames to make those informed decisions. So from the 1 hour time frames, you can now start seeing this. This is already too big, so you got to remove it, and boom. So for that, my sell is a bit tricky, but simple. There's FVG somewhere here, stops here, and there's liquidity here. You already know that liquidity is your pullback. So descent. So we can take the sell from here, and then target is where that place I told you that people are trying to buy from. This place is your target for the TP. Target for the TP. Descent is 3R. I'm okay. No biggie. No too much whatever. 3R, you're good. So this is it. And then if price comes back to this point, obviously it's a sweet sell, but the sell is still doing me somewhere in my body, because of what? This guy can't just have these guys, this liquidity, this. But is this a good buy? Yes, it is. Because on the high time frame, this guy is bullish. On the high time frame is bullish, so you can't tell me nothing. And structure is above everything, but you should spot out where liquidity is, so you don't become liquidity. So to be on the realistic or on the safest side, yes, you take your sell when price comes up to that side, to this point. But your take profit, don't just say that Chancellor said that this liquidity that is here will be cleared, and then my TP will now be somewhere here. Yes, it makes sense on paper. It makes sense on paper. I'm trading with money. I'm trading, and my goal is to enter the market and make money. I don't want to be right. I want to make money. Get the two. They are different things. Do you want to be right? Do you want to be an analyst or an analyst and not make money? Or do you want to be an analyst that makes money? So my own is just, you can be correct. I don't give a fuck. But mine is make money. So be realistic with it. Once price taps here, I'm selling to this point and I'm out. And if I see any good push from this point, I will buy. Is either this high takes takes out and continue going high, or this one takes us out and then come back here to continue going high, because this guy is bullish on the 4-hour time frame. On the high time frame, he's bullish. Look at it now. You're not blind. So selling here is a counter trade setup, but it is still valid. So that's the reason why you can just take it for Monday and then chill out. So that is all we have for GJ for this morning. I will send it to the Telegram group for this channel, and you can be part of it. Or if you're already on the VIP, on the entry group, you can take the one that I really dropped. They are pretty the same thing. I don't know the entry points, but they are the same thing. So this is it for GJ. Copy and send. So it will be on the channel in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. GJ, GBP, JPY. Okay, it's live. So the second one is, let's leave gold first. Gold is our last guy. Second one is GBP USD. So I haven't traded this guy for a while because it keeps missing. It keeps missing. It keeps missing. Just keep running. I'm on my ball bag. I don't know where it's running to, but just keep running. The first week missed, second week missed, third week I didn't give a fuck about it because it's already on a time that I don't trade. So I left it, and then this happened. So what am I looking for it on this week? What is my plan for this guy this week? So first off, you can't just wake up and start looking for trade setups. You go from the higher time frame. I always say this: make your storylines. Nobody told me the answer for that, and I asked. The answer is range. The answer is range. I keep saying this every time. Once you come to your chart on Monday, mark out the day previous high, and the week previous high and the week previous low. That is where you can now start taking your range from. And for you to take those range from, you can know that you must see that there are 3 breaks inside those ranges. They are called internals. They are internal structures, they are external structures. Those are things you make sure that are fine. You're a builder as a trader. You're a builder. You cannot come and build on a bad foundation. If your foundation is bad, it will fall. If you have a bad foundation, it will fall. If you have a bad starting, if you have a bad background about anything, that thing is not going to work. So when you come into the chart, go from the deepest time frames and know the backgrounds, know where price is coming from, know where it's headed, and then with that you can make your informed decisions. So when someone said that GDP is going to buy and all that, I risked 1 billion and all that, I'm like, okay, from that place I'm seeing it, you're correct. But once price gets to this point, your 24 million cannot move the market, sadly. So once price gets to this point, it must reject. And if it rejects, you can see that the liquidity is lying around the zones. Liquidity is here. This 4 time frame, I don't trade it, but I'm just trying to make a point. These 4 time frames, the liquidity around this zone. And if you can see that from this zone, these 2 zones, they rejected and it went down, but it wasn't enough to just keep pushing it down. It came up again, and then this liquidity here cleared and then dumped. We're not dumping to this place. I don't know for sure, but for the fact that it have taken liquidities and it dumped this hard from daily time frame, it means that something is happening, and that's what is for you to come and find out. So you're a trader, and you should make informed decisions before taking any positions, not just because one idolo said it somewhere, you now went to go and risk your account. You go collect. The person don't get money already. That will say, I'm risking $20,000 on this trade, and I'm okay with it. And if I lose this trade, I'm fine. And if you go and risk the same and lose the trade, will you be fine? Yes, I'm counselor. I trade I trade conservatively in a particular way, and then you are Shedrack. You shouldn't be trading. You shouldn't be risking because counselor is risking. We don't have the same account size. Your own might be bigger than my own. My own might be bigger than your own. So the risks are far different. But that's the reason why I don't like putting risk in everybody's faces. I use risk to reward and percentages. So it will put all of us on the same level. I like using percentages and risk to reward because it will put all of us on the same level. I'm telling you to risk 1%. It means I'm risking 1%. Meaning that if I'm having a 100K funded account, I'm risking 1% on it. You have 10K funded account, you're risking 1% on it. You have 100K, you have 200K life account, you're risking 1% on it. Meaning we are all on the same ground, no pressure. But if I'm telling you that I'm risking $10,000 on this trade, and you have a $10,000 account, I'm already putting you under undue pressure without even knowing, because I'm trying to tell you how much I'm risking, which it shouldn't be so. It's better you use the percentages and the risk. So all of us will have a level playing ground. So having said that, still on GBP USD, I don't know what I'm looking for. Yeah, this week is bullish. Next week is trying to take out. So what I'll do is this. I'll sit on my hands and wait. If this guy takes out this low, why is it this low I'm taking out? Because this guy, this is the last valid break of structure from the 4-hour time frame. Open it. This is the last valid break of structure. The biggest one is this one. This one broke the structure, and this is the last low. This is the last low. And if you watch internally, there are more than 3 break of structures inside this zone. There are more than 3. If you watch internally, there are more than 3. Like there are many. This one took up, this one liquidity and went up. There are more than 3. There are many. So it's a valid range. The one I'm looking for is range. So from this place, this is range high. So the range high has been taken out. So I guess that price is trying to clear enough liquidity to come into this zone to continue buying. I just guess. But another thing again is, if you see, this guy has not been swept. So he wasn't swept. This guy wasn't swept. So, or was it? No, it wasn't. Let me use this tool. It wasn't. It wasn't swept. So you see the same. So if price breaks, I will continue. I'll try and buy, because I cannot say that it is now selling just because it touched this place and then broke these internal structures, and I say that, oh, I want to start selling. No. So if you're not certain about any move in any pair, leave it. It's also a valid buy from here to tap that place too, but I'm not giving that. But today is Monday, for crying out loud, and it is too much. So let me look for key levels. Yeah, this key level is here. This is already tapped and moved. That one don't go. This one tapped. No, there's no key level here. The only thing I would do is to be, oh shit, sales came up here, everybody, and it tapped here. Oh, use this key level as entry, and it's already left. This particular one, so this plot, this is what you used, and it's already gone. So the only thing I would do, I'm not sure it's going to come back, but if it does, you can take a buy from here. If it does come back, you can take a buy from here. This is Monday. Always 1:3 you're good. You're not looking for everything. So a buy from here is good. A scalp buy, of course, is decent. That if it comes back, but I'm not sure it's going to come back. And I've already seen another structure. So if you break this one, this key level, and then I'll confirm the buy well. But if it didn't and comes back here, you can take the buy from here. But if you break this one, then we'll start shooting for the stars, shooting for this guy. But for now, just this one, just this one. So that is how to make decisions on your trade ideas. So it will be dropped on Telegram in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropped already. So finally to the star of the show, gold. Finally to the star of the show, gold. If you recall, these setups were dropped on gold on the channel, but it was missed. So we found another entry for the guy. So I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking on gold right now because this is a new all-time high. This is a new all-time high, meaning that we're going to be using a fresh entries. This is the entry I made for gold. This one peaked, this one on Friday, and we've taken our TP already. So now my next entry is no longer the normal entry that you guys know, the normal break of structure, liquidity, and entry. No, I like it. I'm beginning to start using key levels entry for gold, so we'll catch a higher risk to reward trades. So now my next entry for gold is if this guy makes a valid pullback to this zone. If he makes a valid pullback to this zone, I'll use this guy as my liquidity. Let me open it very well so you can see. I'll use this guy. Normally this should be a breaker block, but this week here has fucked it up already. So we're not going to be using that. So this guy will be my PaySay liquidity, and then my entry will be below it. There are types of liquidities, there are type of entry QMR that you don't still know. But then my own just to give you entry. This is not a mentorship. My job is just to give you entry. So my entry is here. Once this guy has been taken out and then taps here, my entry is here. And to be on the safer side, just cover this low and you're good. Cover this low and you're good. I'm not going to shoot for the stars and saying, let's put TP somewhere here, like I always do. TP is 3R. And thank God 3R is still in the confines of this one that was broken here. So 3.37R, that is a decent one. So this is why I'm going to take in my buy for gold. If with what we are doing on gold right now, you can see that the order flow is very decent. It's not going to stress you out, but it is very, very decent. It's very, very decent. There's another thing also that is clearly imperative, that this pump here created a very big fair value gap, but this guy has not closed. So if this 1 hour candle closes like this, then this fair value gap means that price can just tap in here and then continue going. But if it didn't, so we're expecting price to enter here to give us a sweet buy. So that is what I'll be dropping for gold today at SAU USD dropped. Please, as I'm dropping these trade ideas, your risk should be the first to come in your head, not your reward. Your risk should be the first thing to come in your head, not your reward. Quit saying this week I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I see people make decisions based on what hasn't happened and go as we're going to pass this account this week. Yes, I love positive words of affirmation. It's very, very good. But it doesn't always work like that. Yes, you should speak positive words of affirmation to yourself, but that doesn't mean you should not be realistic about those things you're speaking. So for USD JPY, we've been bullish, we've been bearish for a while. The reason why I'm catching all these things here is because this is key levels, and as you can see, we are in a range. Nobody should lie to you. This is a fucking range. When the highs are touching lows, lows are touching the highs without any obvious break of structures that closes with body, they are all just it's all noise. So if you're trying to trade your normal SMC here, you will chop sell tire. The only one that entered well was this one. Liquidity was here, but apparently you can't even take this trade because there's no break of structures before those. It's just from here. There's no break of structure before that, before this thing happened. So, and this one again for the re-entry, there's no break of structure before that happened. So you can obviously not take the trade because it is a low probability setup because it's in a range. And I've said this thing before. Once the pricing is in a range, allow it to do its thing. Don't just go and start dancing inside range with it. So might see anything here that I want to say that price is trying to buy. Of course, price will cry, Jesus Christ. Price is trying to take out all the buys first before the sells that happened. And now all the buys have been taken out. So the next thing now is take out all the sells. Take out all the cells. So that is the next thing that would happen. So apparently I'll be looking for a buy from this QM, from these levels, and shit. I don't like someone startling me like this. Yes. So from these levels, this will be my liquidity points. And if price comes back here, I'll be taking the buy from here. SL realistic. Let me go to forward again to find the SL. Okay, here. This SL is too wide. I'll just take this one. This one is okay. And this guy likes taking. Let me do something. So this is the last body of this one. So that's 5R. So I can now increase this SL to accommodate. Okay, it's good. So 1 is to 379. So that's good. So if price comes back, this is a decent buy for USD JPY. So I'm sending that already to the group, to the channel rather, USD JPY UJ. So that is it. And it's already 10:40. It's already 8:40. So if you have any question, you can drop it in the chat. I was so shocked, like I live alone and you just enter. You didn't even use any doorbell. You just knocked on the person will obviously be my friend, but then they like startling me every time. They like startling somebody. Obviously, a very, very nonsense joke. This is obviously not there anymore. So this is shit, I'm having headache already. This should be the ideal entry for USD JPY, and that is it. So apparently we've seen setups on all our entries. We saw for gold, which is this. We saw for GBP USD, which is this. We saw for GBP JPY, which is this. Oh shit, this guy is dumping. Okay, which is this. And then for gold, which is this. Sorry, for USD JPY, which is this. So apparently I'm still learning and taking on a smaller account though. I'm still learning and taking these trades from the key levels entry. I'm still learning it like crazy. As you can see, this one from this entry, I took it and it's still going. And the good part of this key level entries is it gives you higher win rates, but you must be it will turn you to a swing trader. It will turn you to a swing trader because if I'm taking my normal, this is going to give you 8 risks to reward, 8R. So if I'm taking my normal 1:3, by this time I would have been out of the trade. But the idea is to take the trade and allow it to run to where it's going. So this is where it's headed. So I want to allow it there and see how far. And then same thing with this bastard that took us out that day. I stopped dropping the call. So I left it. I stopped dropping trades from it. And USD, Euro USD, I didn't see anyone on it. I'm just trying to wait if it will happen, but that one did not happen. GBP NZD, I tried it. It failed woefully. It failed. Like this one was breaker block. This one was breaker block. But normal, this breaker now, I know that this one will fail because there are lots of liquidities around this place. So cannot just come and ignore these ones and start buying from here. So this one failed. So that is descent. And CAD JPY, this one gave me something, but the ideal TP is still somewhere above. The ideal TP is still somewhere here, and it's still going. So you've seen how many days you still wait. So this one, it's not only patience, it takes you to just set and forget. That's what this one is all about. And then GBP CAD, this one, same thing, key level entries. As you can see it, I waited for the 4 hour time frame to be taken out. People who are trading supply and demand can just wait and come and buy from this point. People that trade QMR will say, okay, this is liquidity. I'll put my entry here and I'll buy. But then guess what? Price will come and take you out first before dumping. So key level entry will show you all those things. Just take it out and then dump. Look at it, it's dumping already. So my second target is somewhere here and then continue. And then the GBP NZD, this one is another one that is very, very clear and so look at it. From that point, these key levels touch here, and then touch here, and then these liquidity zones. Price just came back and then took it. Your target is where? This point. So I'm not going to be giving out these entries till I'm sure that the win rate on it is higher enough. Like I said last week to my inner students, if you don't figure out your entries on key levels, it is sweet to use. Obviously, it's sweet. The entries is precise and sweet, but the losses might come. Price will take you out and still go your way. So if your risk management is fucked up, you blow your account. But if you've made peace with your risk and over 10 trades, you cannot take 5 losses or 6 losses, then you're good. So if maybe I'll use this remaining month to close it very well. So this one now, this is what I'm waiting for. Don't go and take this sell, now the year word. Don't go and take it. So this is it. So once I'm done with this month, from next month I'll now start, and my journal are already there for me to be looking at it from time to time, and to be journaling and to be appraising myself too. So after that, I'll now say, okay, I can now start dropping entries from from key levels. Yeah. So that is it. Everything works, right? Every fucking thing works. It just demands you to be consistent with that particular one that works. Yes, everything I'm doing still revolves around my entries. It still revolves around structure. It still revolves around liquidity. It still revolves around um normal thing that I already do. I didn't do anything to it. I didn't tweak any part of it. I didn't add anything. I didn't subtract anything. It's just I keep refining it to make me spend less time on the chart and not just become a slave. The reason why we learn how to trade is to become freedom, is to do things we want to do and have our time for ourselves. But if at the end of the day you now resort to sleeping on the chart, you are still doing 95, but just from your home. So that shouldn't be something you should be doing. So anything you're doing in this life, you keep refining on it. Once it made you one naira, it will still make you 10 naira, it will still make you a million, it will make you a billion. So it just all starts from your mind. So time is already fast spent, but I'll touch on a few things about tax that I told you guys about. Nigerians love vibes until tax man knocks. That's what you should know about. And you think that you're hustling, your government is hustling you. The government is hustling before, but now they are hustling us. And next year that is coming, and the new tax reforms to touch everybody, from the CEOs, from the traders, from the crypto bros, everybody will touch it. So I'll try and break it down a little bit in the next 2 minutes, in the next 10 minutes, and then we leave. So we love vibes. So let's just break it down. First off, you should stop your hustles and everything in your personal account. Yes, try to incorporate that this year before next year starts. So every profit you make from your trading, every profit you make from your business should not go to your personal account. I want to start that safe after from next month. Anybody paying me for any services should not be going to my personal account. For you to evade tax is illegal to evade tax, but you're a trader, so if you use crypto, it's not illegal. So as a trader, as you're making your profit, you can deposit with crypto from any broker you're using. But me, I love my CUDA. Once from CUDA to my XNES, it takes less than 10 minutes. Of 10 minutes is too much, unless there is congestion and all that. So from your XNES, you can fund your Binance. From your XNES, you can withdraw to your Binance. The only time money touches your account is when you're making payments. You need cash for something urgent, and then that's it. So there's no way that your account cannot carry 800k in a whole year. So that is a lie. So they'll still tax you. So the only thing you should do is to make it smaller. If you look at your account and you're seeing 20 million, 30 million, but no one be your own. It is just entering and leaving, and government don't give a fuck about entering and leaving. Once it enters your account, you're going to pay for it. So why? Because every 1 naira you make in your personal account, as a taxman, you will cry. Even if you can't claim too much things except your pension, your insurance, even your rent. As a Nigerian trader, as a Nigerian person, it is capped at 500,000 naira. So ask yourself right now, am I trading? Is my rent 500k? That question is for you to answer. Is your rent 500k? Obviously not. It will be slightly above. I don't know. I'm not talking about anybody, but then you should know that's the only thing you can actually switch up from them and not take money from. So it's better if you have a business you're doing, or you have a business, even online business, freelancer or whatever, switch to LLC, liability limited liability company. I mean to say, pay yourself as a staff. So now let the company handle your rent, your travel, your welfare, anything. That 45 million company car you have, put it in the company's name. People are doing this already. People abroad are doing this already. I have other friends, mentors in Canada, in UK, in Miami. Like they are all Dubai. They all have companies. They don't have a company, but they have company accounts. As per all these main taxes are going to the company. And guess what? If a company is broke, they cannot tax the company. So your company is broke, not you. This cannot make sense right now because I'm not talking about it, but with time, it will start making sense to you because I'll start giving you explanation and all that about that. So document all this thing well from this year, then become your they now become this company now becomes your deductibles expenses. Example, your tax and all. It will make sense from there. So here's the sweetest gist here. If all these deductors from your company shows a loss, which means you owe zero tax, so nobody will come and disturb you, no more tax, no minimum tax, harassment. That's why it's better to build than to just build it based on vibes. Don't do those things 2026. Convert them before 2026. Do them right now. You still have 3 months, 4 months to go for the year. So first off, there are Nigerian tax laws, Nigerian Tax Admin Act, Nigerian Revenue Acts. Like, it's a lot. They're all fancy names. But what does this mean for you? It means that if you have a company, your company is doing 20 turnover in a year, zero tax. 25 million to 10 million in a 100 million in a year, 20% tax. So if you open that company, I know that your personal account is doing less than 25 million in a year. No tax for you. But if it's a business account, a company account, but if it's a personal account, they will chop your eye. So once your company, like hypothetically, doing less than 25 million, so no tax. So your money is still your money. So after these reforms, small companies turnover 100 million assets and all that, zero tax. So if you cross that, straight to 30%. So imagine you make $100,000, you're giving government $30,000. How crazy that can be. So the medium 20% ban is gone. So what do you do? If your company makes 100 million or less yearly and owes asset 250 or less than 250 million, you pay nothing. But if you hit 101, not even 110, 101, you are going to pay 30% straight. No middle ground, no nothing. So now what does this thing have to do with your personal income tax? I know this thing can be boring you, right? I know it can be boring you, but then I'm already finishing. Personal income tax before reforms. As a low earner, you're making 30K, 35K to 50K to 70K every month. Once it's 35K, no tax. Once it's less than 35K, no tax. But once it cross 50K, 50K a month, that's 600K a year, you no cover again, no. You go pay them. So obviously, all of us are the trader. If you're a trader, you make at least 50K every month, at least 100K every month. If you're a profitable trader, so how are you going to be doing nonsense with all these tax and pay wahala? So clear your threshold now. If you earn 800K for a year, no tax. But if you earn more than 800K, welcome to tax family. So the more you earn, the higher you pay your tax. Also, find a way to get up above all these things. I'll keep doing it every Monday. And finally, what are the news for the week? What are the news for the week? What are the news for the week? What are we looking out for the week? This week there is a calendar. This week there's news on AUD on USD tomorrow. Fed chair is going to Powell is going to speak. So and that is a very good thing for you to avoid. It's going to be happening tomorrow. Fed chair and that's on Tuesday. On Wednesday, new home sales. This one they carry weight. So and then on Thursday there is job claims. That's continuing job claims. This one carries weight. Yes, this one carries weight on Thursday. And on Friday, there is personal spending MOM, PIM. It carries weight also, but so look out for it on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. There is news. Stay safe and to a profitable week ahead. Have a good day, guys, and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye. you have a registered company, but I lost track of it. Oh shit. You can take your time. Nobody's rushing you. Take your time. You can figure it out. You can find a way around it now before next year. So you can do that. You can do that. You can figure it out before next year. So nobody's rushing you now. It's from next year they'll start rushing you. It's from next year. Thank you very much, Shedrack. You're welcome. You're welcome. All this thing is just small. It's a what do they call it? A timely reminder, right? I started September for a reason, because if I start this thing for December, all of us will be busy. I'll go for December retreat. Everybody's going to their village, traveling and all that. So, and during that time, the forex market is kind of choppy and less volatile, because nobody's trading at that time. Everybody's resting for the year. They're trying to recuperate. They're trying to do their performance review for the next year and all that. So everybody is busy. So you can't be doing that. And even if you go to offices and start doing your registration at that time, everybody's traveling. You are busy. They are busy. Everybody's taking their leave and off from work and all that. So during those periods, nobody will talk to you. Nobody will answer you. Companies will be busy. Closed. Banks closed 24 and open 27 or 28, something like that. So start doing it now. This is September, October, November. You still have 3 months to go before next year. So if your company already have a registered one, it's online. I don't know this thing again, but just go online and look for it. You see it, and then have access to it back. Have a good day, guys, and remember to risk less and continue being in the game. If you overexpose your account and your account is gone, you've left the battlefield till whenever. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of the week. Bye.